Today we're diving deep into something primal and powerful. Today's topic is 5 powerful exercises performed by super athletes. Want to train like a super athlete? Today we're going to discover 5 brutal exercises used by legends like Mike Tyson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Brock Lesnar, and more. These aren't your fluffy, feel-good Instagram workouts. These are the exercises that build terrifying strength, explosive power, relentless endurance, and ironclad core stability. And the best part, you can do them too. These are perfect for both home workouts or gym routines, no excuses. Want to train like the legends? Mike Tyson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Brock Lesnar? These icons built insane strength, power, and endurance. And today, you're going to learn 5 brutal exercises they used to get there. First up, Mike Tyson's explosive squat jumps. Iron Mike did thousands of these in his prison workouts. They build lower body power, endurance, and cardio, fast. Mike Tyson, the name itself just screams power, ferocity. Think about that dude in his prime, an absolute wrecking machine. And a huge part of that explosive energy came from foundational exercises like squat jumps. Squat jumps require nothing but your own body weight and a will to push. When you drop into that squat and then explode upwards, you're training your muscles to contract faster, more forcefully. Think about Tyson's punches. They weren't just strong, they were lightning fast. That kind of explosiveness starts in the legs and hips, and squat jumps are a direct line to building that. Imagine doing thousands of these. Tyson reportedly did. That's not just physical conditioning, that's mental fortitude. This exercise hammers your quads, glutes, hamstrings, calves, the entire lower body power complex. It's also a massive cardiovascular hit. Your heart rate is going to go through the roof. Building that engine, you need to go the distance. So, how do you incorporate this into your own routine? Start with the basics. Proper form. Feet shoulder width apart, drop your hips back and down like you're sitting in a chair, keeping your chest up. Then, boom, explode upwards. Jump as high as you can, extending your hips fully. Land softly, absorbing the impact by going straight into your next squat. Start with manageable sets, maybe 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, and focus on that explosive quality. As you get stronger, you can increase the reps, the sets, or even add a weight vest if you're a real savage. The beauty of squat jumps is their accessibility. You don't need a fancy gym or specialized equipment. You can do these in your living room, your backyard, a hotel room, anywhere. It's you versus yourself. It's about raw, functional power. Next, Arnold's favorite, the pull-up. Simple, savage, effective. Arnold Schwarzenegger swore by them to build that legendary V-taper and back thickness. When you think Arnold, you think of that incredible V-taper, that wide back, those flaring lats that look like they could take flight. What was one of the cornerstones of building that legendary upper body? The humble yet absolutely brutal pull-up. Arnold himself talked endlessly about the importance of pull-ups. He knew it was a foundational movement for true upper body strength and development. The pull-up, man, it's so simple in concept, right? Grab a bar, pull yourself up. But the execution, doing them correctly, and with enough volume to really make a difference, that's where the savagery comes in. It's a true test of your relative strength. How strong you are for your body weight. There's no cheating a good pull-up. You either can or you can't, and Arnold could, and he did them by the truckload. He understood that to build a wide, thick back, you needed to master this king of upper body exercises. What makes the pull-up so darn effective? It's a compound movement, meaning it hits multiple muscle groups at once. We're talking about your latissimus dorsi, those big wing muscles, your biceps, your forearms, your traps, your rhomboids. Even your core gets engaged to stabilize your body. It's an entire upper body symphony of muscle activation. Arnold used them to etch in that detail, that separation, that sheer size that won him Olympia after Olympia. He wasn't just building muscle, he was sculpting a masterpiece. Think about the variations too. Arnold didn't just stick to one grip. You've got your standard overhand grip, which really emphasizes the lats for width. Then you've got chin-ups with an underhand grip, which bring the biceps more into play. You can go wide grip, close grip, neutral grip. Each variation hits the muscles slightly differently, allowing for complete development. Arnold was a master of understanding how subtle changes in technique could lead to big changes in the physique. He was a student of the iron game, always experimenting, always pushing. Number 3, bear crawls, a Brock Lesnar favorite. This full-body burner builds brutal core strength, shoulder stability, and next-level endurance. Brock Lesnar, Division I wrestling champion, UFC heavyweight champion, WWE champion. The guy is a physical specimen, an absolute freak of nature. And when you look at how Lesnar moves, that agility, that core power, that relentless pressure he puts on opponents, you know his training is unconventional and brutally effective. One of his go-to exercises, something that builds that primal, all-encompassing strength, the bear crawl. What is it about the bear crawl that makes it such a beast of an exercise? It's a full-body assault. You're on all fours, hands and feet moving like, well, a bear. It looks deceptively simple, but it engages damn near everything. Your shoulders are working overtime to stabilize you, your core is screaming to keep your spine neutral and prevent your hips from sagging or rotating, your quads and hip flexors are burning as you drive yourself forward. It's a true test of integrated strength and stability. Lesnar's ability to control opponents, to explode with takedowns, that comes from a powerful, connected core and strong, stable shoulders. The bear crawl improves your coordination, your proprioception, that's your body's awareness of itself in space. It enhances shoulder health by strengthening the rotator cuff muscles and scapular stabilizers in a closed chain position, which is incredibly beneficial for injury prevention, especially for grappling or contact sports. And the conditioning aspect? Forget about it. Try bear crawling for distance or for time, and tell me your heart rate isn't redlining. It's a metabolic furnace. Brock Lesnar is known for his insane conditioning, especially for a guy his size. Exercises like bear crawls are a huge part of that. They build that kind of endurance that allows you to keep going when others would gas out. Want a neck like a tank? Mike Tyson did neck bridges daily. These build neck and upper back strength, and serious combat durability. Okay, let's talk about something that most people in the gym completely neglect, but for a fighter, especially someone like Mike Tyson, it was absolutely critical neck strength. Tyson had a neck like a tree trunk, man. And there was a reason for that. In boxing, your neck is your shock absorber. A strong neck helps you take a punch, it helps prevent knockouts, it contributes to your overall stability and ability to transfer power. And one of the old school, hardcore exercises Tyson used to build that formidable neck was the neck bridge. Now I gotta put a big disclaimer here, neck bridges are serious business. This is not an exercise you just jump into without knowing what you're doing. You can seriously injure yourself if your form is bad, or if you progress too quickly. So if you're even thinking about trying this, you need to approach it with extreme caution, start incredibly light, or even begin with isometric neck exercises first to build a base. But the reason we're talking about it is because of its effectiveness, especially in the context of combat athletes like Tyson. Finally, Arnold's secret weapon, the dumbbell clean and press. It's explosive, powerful, and hits almost every muscle group. We're coming to our last exercise and we're circling back to the Austrian oak, Arnold Schwarzenegger, for this one. While he was known for his bodybuilding prowess, for isolating muscles and sculpting them to perfection, Arnold also understood the immense value of compound, explosive movements for building overall power and athleticism. One of his secret weapons, a move that ties the whole body together, was the dumbbell clean and press. This isn't just about pretty muscles, this is about building raw, functional horsepower. What is the dumbbell clean and press? It's a dynamic, full-body movement. You start with the dumbbells on the floor, or at shin height. You then explosively pull them up, cleaning them to shoulder height in one fluid motion, using your legs, hips, and back. From there, without a pause, you press them overhead. It's a beautiful symphony of coordinated effort, demanding power from your toes all the way up to your fingertips. It's not just a shoulder press, it's an athletic event in itself. Think about the muscles involved here. The initial pull, the clean portion, uses your hamstrings, glutes, quads, your entire posterior chain, your traps, your deltoids. Then the press portion hammers your shoulders, your triceps, and requires incredible core stability to transfer that force and keep your body tight. It's one of those exercises where you feel your entire system working in unison. Arnold knew that movements like this didn't just build muscle, they built a powerful, capable physique. It's a fantastic way to develop that explosive strength that's useful in almost any sport. Why would a bodybuilder like Arnold, so focused on aesthetics, incorporate such an athletic, almost strongman-type lift? Because he understood that true development comes from all kinds of stimuli. Explosive movements can tap into different muscle fibers, promote hormonal responses, and build a kind of dense, powerful look that you don't always get from isolation exercises alone. There you have it, 5 brutal, battle-tested exercises used by some of the greatest athletes of all time. We're talking Tyson's squat jumps for that explosive power, Arnold's pull-ups for that legendary back, Lesnar's bear crawls for that primal core strength, Tyson's neck bridges for that combat durability, and Arnold's dumbbell clean and press for that total body power. These aren't just exercises, man, they're philosophies. They represent a commitment to pushing boundaries and forging an unbreakable will. You don't need a fancy gym with a million machines. You don't need elite coaching, though that can help. What you absolutely need, and what these legends embodied, is discipline, raw consistency, and the internal fire, the will to push yourself when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to stop. That's where the real growth happens, not just physically, but mentally. It's about showing up, day after day, and putting in the work, even when you don't feel like it. That's the common thread connecting all these champions.